What makes Apple so special? Design, technology, campaigns. Campaigns? Or the man behind the machine?
I love Apple because I love to hold the best things in my hand, and when it comes to a phone which is going to be around you all the time, I feel that Apple is the best in the industry in terms of look, feel, technology, and everything. It's just class apart. So I love it.
I like Apple devices because they are much easier to use, and in my opinion, I think they are the best products.
Why I like Apple products, because it's really simple to use, very well designed. It suits all your needs and also beyond your expectation. That's why I like Apple.
I like Apple products because I just how it seamlessly blends into the rest of the Apple products. Suppose you're using an iPhone, and how seamlessly it kind of blends into an Apple Watch or my MacBook. It's kind of amazing, and it's a user experience is something to be really happy. I'm really happy about it. It's top notch, so thumbs up.
I'm a great fan myself of the brand Apple, and I'm sure all of you are too. It's a global brand, and the whole world wants Apple products and wants to own them. A global iconic brand that the whole world wants a piece of it. So yeah, that's my take on the Apple brand. So guys, if you liked my opinion and this video, go like, share and subscribe to WhizMonk.
Sometimes it's about innovation, and that makes Apple so special. Steve Jobs, the greatest business innovator in modern history and a pioneer of technology. Interesting fact, his IQ of 160 was same as Einstein's. Hey, what's up people? This is Bijan and welcome to my channel WhizMonk. Every entrepreneur, small or big, has followed his footsteps. His words has truly described the essence of what it is to fail, to be successful and live a meaningful life. Today, I'm going to whiz away your mind with 5 life lessons Steve Jobs wanted you to learn. And people who are new here, welcome to a buzzingly wistful life. And I always bring a special wistful tip in the end. So stay tuned. Steve Jobs' Apple is something everyone, almost everyone has, right? Even if you don't have, your heart goes, I wish, isn't it? You simply cannot resist the temptation. He wasn't even an engineer or a designer, and that's the reason why we all should learn from him. Steve Jobs dropped out of the prestigious Reed College right after his 6 months. He absolutely had no idea what he wanted to do with his life and how college was going to help him figure it out. Even though he was not a student on campus, he stuck around and attended classes that interested him. And those were calligraphy classes, not something you would normally pursue for your career, right? But Steve followed his heart. This exposed him to typefaces that makes typography great. The same calligraphy inspired the typography of the first Macintosh, and rest is history. Every other operating system, including Windows, followed his lead. Qualifications are important, right? But it is secondary to your natural skills. Develop a mindset to be curious. Follow your intuition and take the off-road if required. After all, experience is the best teacher. No one knows the future. If you follow your intuition, no one can stop you from winning. Like Steve said, you have to trust the dots. They do connect in the future. After co-founding Apple for 10 long years, Jobs was fired by John Sculley, the same man he brought to Apple as the CEO. He said, "What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I even thought about running away from the valley, but something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did, and so I decided to start over." Wow. The next few years was a game changer. First, in a span of 5 years, he has founded Next and also Pixar. And not to forget, he also fell in love with his wife. Second, later in 1997, he was brought back at Apple, right after Apple bought Next, following which he became the CEO. Third, in 2001, the first iPod was introduced with a single on and off button. Now you see why perseverance is a game changer? Do not be afraid to challenge. It's okay to fail sometimes. Life will hit you hard, but it doesn't mean that you will lose faith. Don't settle with being average. Keep searching for what you love. True satisfaction comes when you do what you love, and that becomes great work. Every day since the age of 17, Jobs used to stand in front of the mirror and used to ask himself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer was no for consecutive days in a row, he knew it's time to change something. When you have to deal with unpleasantness, the answer will always be no. Instead of looking at things on a micro level, look at the bigger picture. If your answer is still no, make the change. Your subconscious is telling you. After being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2003, Jobs realized death is inevitable. He expressed, "Remembering that I will be dead soon is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because of almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important." If you understand this, you will avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. It's no point worrying about what the world is adopting. Say no to 100 things which doesn't define you, and say only yes to only one thing which actually defines you. Pick your priorities, focus your energy on them, and then go big. Remember, focus is the key to make the difference. Hey, like it so far? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay tuned for wistful tips up your sleeve. Now, let's continue. Time is precious. It never waits for anyone. Our life is limited. So, what we choose to do with it should be worth it. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Other people's opinions and rules should never hinder your plans. If you are surrounded by people who don't match your wavelength, then set yourself as the benchmark of quality. Demand the best to eliminate the troublemakers and keep the ones who complement your skills. But don't let personal differences interfere. Just don't do it for money. Do it for the impact. And that's exactly what you are going to take away with you in your afterlife. We are not immortals. Now is always the best time to follow your dreams. Follow your passion. Become a legacy. Make history. Don't become one. Unless you ask, the answer is always no. Steve Jobs always questioned about everything. Even if it was the building of his yacht, Venus, he would always emphasize things can be done better. In 2005, at the end of his speech to the graduating students of Stanford, he said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." Staying hungry makes you willing to acquire more. You should constantly strive to do better to add quality to your work. Staying foolish makes you follow your aspirations. People may call you a fool for your unconventional approach, but you know it. Results matter and not gibberish. Jobs didn't stop at Mac or iPod. He went on to iPhone and iPad. He moved from one project to another project, and in the process did his best work. If you do something pretty good, next time choose to do something even better. Just don't live in your past. And the much awaited, the wishful tip. My dear friends, the essence of continuous growth is how you do things better and not what you do first. Inventions fix a problem and innovations keep the solution suitable with changing times. Smartphones existed before the iPhone, but they were difficult to use. They had keyboards and only a big screen meant you needed a stylus that could get lost. So, Jobs came with an innovation, a touchscreen, the first ever, but innovated of what existed already. And innovations continue at Apple even as I speak. Innovations don't mean that your past work is wasted. Your experiences are the stepping stones to your future. All you need is the right vision. One more thing, stay wishful, be a learner, and unlock your subconscious. Until then, adios amigos, signing off, your WhizMonk. Every entrepreneur, small or big, now, every entrepreneur, small or big, big. Every entrepreneur, small or big.